Hi everyone, welcome back to another autumn video. We are making another bowl, but we are doing this slightly differently. I want a lot more clear in this bowl. If you watched the last video, you'll know that I used lots of dried and pressed flowers and leaves and these are stunning colours. This is the Resin Pro in Copper and the Cosmic Flakes. Oh my goodness me, I fell in love with that bowl, but part of me wondered what it would be like if we had a lot more clear resin, and that is what we're going to do in today's video, so you can let me know which one you prefer. The mould is from Shein, and I'm going to be using the Let's Resin Part A, Part B epoxy resin. Now the details for the resin will be down below alongside a ton of different codes for you guys. So always check out my description box because I think my description box honestly is out of control. Like it is out of control with all of the links and codes that can get you guys money off. So the Let's Resin is Part A, Part B, measurable by volume. So I'm using my Let's Resin calibrated cups to mix some of this resin together. First up, something very exciting has happened. This month, I have been sent over the brand new bubble remover machine from Let's Resin. Now, this video is not going to be a review of the machine. This is just a sneak peek to show you how incredible this machine works. I'll be doing a full video in the coming weeks because this machine is not launched yet. But luckily, because I've got it so early, I'm going to be able to use this in every single video leading up to when I actually do the review. So I can give you an honest review and you'll know that I've been using it in every video up until that point. You can already see the difference. This is the resin that hasn't been through the machine and the resin on the left. Oh my goodness me. Having said that, guys, kind of pointless using the machine for this particular project. Whilst the resin comes out totally crystal clear, I'm now going to reintroduce a ton of bubbles into this resin. So perhaps you want to use this machine for your crystal clear resin and those pieces that really need to be bubble free. I am dipping all of my dried leaves, my dried flowers and my bunny tails into the resin, which of course is going to be putting bubbles back into it. So probably not the best time to use the machine. I just wanted to let you all know I'm going to be using this machine for the next few weeks before I finally get around to doing a review on it when it is launched. Right, back to the video. We're doing the same thing again. If you watched the last video, it's all very similar. The only difference is I'm putting a lot more in. I want the top of my bowl to be clear. I want to see all of the gorgeous dried flowers and dried leaves and the bunny tails a lot more than I did in the last video. Now that was intentional. I fully planned to just see hints of the flowers coming through, but this time around I want to really see them. So I have sped this section up primarily because I did a lot and in real time it's quite slow and it can be really boring to just sit here and Claire, we get it. You're dipping your flowers and you're putting them in the bowl. So I have sped it up just to show you the sheer amount of dried leaves and flowers that I am putting into this bowl. Again, dipping each and every one into that crystal clear resin. Why did I do it? Dipping them all, coating them all, and getting them down into the wall of the mould. Honestly, actually, to this day, I don't know which one is my favourite. So I really need you guys to see the end result, compare it to the last video and tell me which one makes your heart happy, which one makes your heart sing. You want to see it all, or you'd rather just see little subtle hints of flowers in there? Okay, I have got all of my flowers in. And I'm pouring the remainder of my crystal clear epoxy resin down into the walls of the bowl. Once I let that middle section go with my hand right here, that resin is going to work its way around all of the inside wall of the mould, and it's going to give us a chunky hunk of a clear section. That was my thought process. I wanted a really nice crystal clear section. So that is what I am doing here. And the rest of the resin also went down into the sides of the bowls. Now I did have to make 3 cups for this video because I didn't quite have enough, but this is what we're looking like down the side, and I'll be honest, it wasn't enough for me. So off camera I did dunk some more and I put some more down in. I didn't want huge gaps, you know, I want to see the flowers, but I don't want just huge gaps of clear resin where there's nothing. So I did that off camera just to save time, and now we are mixing. Now the 2 colours, I'm only putting 2 things into this now. I'm putting in the Resin Pro Copper Powder, stunning, like next level stunning, and I'm putting in the Cosmic Shimmer Flakes. That's it, just 2 combinations. I decided to leave out the paler powder and any other colours. I just preferred them, you know. I just think that copper is everything, and that's all I wanted. The other thing to bear in mind, of course, is that I did use the bubble machine for this resin, and now I'm putting flakes in there, so of course it's going to be a pure bubble party down in there. But you know, Let's Resin is a crystal kind of clear resin anyway, so I'm confident we're still going to get some beautiful results. Just mixing this in, making sure that I've used every single last drop of resin. Now I mentioned it in the last video, I don't like a line. I don't want a clear solid block line between my clear resin and my coloured resin. So I am going to have to manipulate this a little bit just to make sure that they blend, because there's a lot of clear resin gone into this bowl so far. It was here I realised I still didn't have enough resin to fully fill the bowl, but you can see the way I've put it in. I've put the flakes next to the copper, next to the flakes, next to the copper, because I want them to be mish-mashy in there and kind of blend and do what they've got to do. I scraped every last little drop out of these pots, and I ended up having to make another cup, and into that I simply put the copper. Once I'd done that, I was happy. I'd filled the mould all the way to the top, and then it was just a case of making sure that I scraped every last bit of that out, and that was it. That was it, guys. I cannot tell you, I've said it in the last video, but these are the videos that make my heart sing. These are the videos that I love the most. The creations, even. Not even the videos. These are the creations I love the most. I just find them so rewarding. And the demold, genuinely, it is like Christmas. You just don't know what you're going to get at the end of it. And that is where I am happiest. And that is where I am feeling most fulfilled when I create things like this. So here you see me shoving my lollipop stick down in the walls, making a crazy mess. Try not to be like me. What I want is for some of that copper and for some of those flakes to go down into the clear, but not too much. I just don't want this line between them both. I want them to have an organic blending together. That's where my thought processes were. So this is 24 hours later. You can see that I did fill it up with just copper. 24 hours later, it is time to demold. And I don't know if you're ready for this. I was not ready for this. Honestly, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, whether you prefer the bowl, the results from the last video, or the results from this one. The crystal clear on this one, honestly, you can feel me through the screen, smiling from ear to ear. This is me. This is a bit of me. The results of this are a wow for me. You can see so much more of those dried leaves, flowers, bunny tails. I think they're the gypsophilia. I'm not sure if they're the baby's breath gypsophilia or gypsum or whatever you call it, but some of these areas are just incredible. The blooms and the way that copper has exploded in areas, and then it goes clear again, and then you can see more flowers beneath the copper, and then there's a whole clear section again. I just love it. I absolutely adore it. This section here is my favorite section of the entire bowl. It screams autumn. Did we get air bubbles? Yes, we did. You know, the bunny tails and those leaves, they were trapping air bubbles left, right and center. Does it matter? Not really. Did we get some crystal clear resin results? Yes. Unbelievably so. Now, you may have noticed I had this bowl down on my heat mat. That was really because I knew I had reintroduced lots of bubbles into this piece and I wanted to minimize the bubbles as much as possible. So just having the bowl on the heat mat really helped. I mean, look at these crystal clear areas. Stunning. The machine, of course, would have helped with that, but I knew because I put so much more in, I needed to try and get as much as I could out. We have got some stunningly huge trapped air bubbles that look like pearls. Love that. I was really trying to zoom in as much as possible to get rid of the double chin action, but you definitely see a lot of double chin action in this video. You're so welcome, guys. I'm here to share, all right? I don't gatekeep, as the kids say. But this is a view from the inside of the bowl, equally as beautiful. Love it. I want to say where there's most bubbles is around that cosmic shimmer foil. That's where most of the bubbles have been concentrated, and they are microscopic bubbles, but it's really around those foily areas that you see the most bubbles. Other than that, the rest is stunning, absolutely stunning. The top of the bowl is everything I wanted it to be. See that gorgeous pearl-like bubble there? I love it. It's like morning dew on an autumn morning. This section though, this is the one dried flower. I would expect billions of bubbles, but it came out crystal clear. It is like a crisp autumn morning. Those gypsophilia mixed with the foil look like berries. They look like autumn berries on branches. I'm obsessed. I absolutely love this kind of resin. This is me. I love the fact that we've got a lot more clear areas here. It's just delicate and serene and calming, and you could stare at something like this for so long because there's so much visual interest within the walls of the bowl. And even this flower, this big chunky white flower, it's just so pretty. But yes, despite the bubbles that I put back in because of the flowers, I absolutely love it, especially this section here. Definitely up there as my favourite section because I can't get over the crystal clarity of that resin. Like, it's just everything. Let me know if you have felt inspired by this. I spoke in the last video about doing a Halloween bowl just like this, and someone over on my Discord literally did it that night and posted photos next day. I couldn't believe it. It was beautiful. They used the purples and they used the black flowers, and it was everything. So thank you so much to you because you literally took it and ran with it, and it was beautiful. But yes, I hope you have enjoyed this one and feel inspired, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.